So with much of the country being affected by weather right now, DoorDash just introduced a new weather impact pay if you're a Dasher. In this video, I want to go over this latest announcements, what is happening right now, how this pay works, and frankly, if you should dash. If you and I are just meeting, my name is Mike. I have been doing gig work for 10 years now, helping you make money in different side hustles. And this was just announced really as a new type of bonus pay for you, the Dasher. But the question is, should you even drive in this? How does this work? What is this new weather impact pay? So this is taken from DoorDash's support page that was just announced days ago. Maybe let me know in the live chat or in the comments section if you've been affected by inclement severe weather. And I mean, right now at the time of filming this, I'm here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and there is a heavy snow front storm moving across the U.S., Northeast, East, even southern regions. So it's good that DoorDash announced this just a couple of days ago. And these resources are linked down below. How DoorDash is preparing for Winter Storm Fern. There you go. Now, I'm not going to take everything out of here. I just want to show you the most important features that are going to affect you as a Dasher here. In extreme weather, DoorDash can activate this protocol by adjusting or suspending operations in an area, an entire marketplace or section, or even possibly state, I would assume. We're able to pull different levers depending on the severity of the storm, including real-time alerts. Around the clock, we send Dashers push notifications when severe weather is headed their way. Let me know if you got any push notifications, emails. I certainly have here in Pittsburgh. I mean, I look outside and it's supposed to be all day today on Sunday at the time of filming this video. From extreme heat or cold to fires, floods, hurricanes, hail, and snow, these alerts help Dashers stay informed on the road and make safe decisions together, especially when conditions can change in an instant. They can also change a marketplace to pickup only. Sometimes it's safe to walk around a city and pick up dinner, but driving a vehicle of any kind could be unsafe. In those situations, we'll switch to customer pickup only. And I had a Dasher send this over, and I have pulled things from my own profile, so I'll show you what that looks like here in a moment. Or even suspending operations entirely. And I see you in the live chat if you're watching live. If you missed the live, if you want to be in the know of all of these lives, just click the notification bell and make sure you click or tap on all notifications. So to suspend operations entirely, if conditions make it unsafe to be on the roads, we'll temporarily suspend operations in a market altogether. When this happens, we communicate clearly with merchants, customers, and Dashers, and reopen only when it's safe to do so. In 2024 alone, DoorDash activated this severe weather protocol in more than 500 locations nationwide, responding to weather events such as Hurricane Helene or Helen and Winter Storm Indigo. So this is really interesting. I asked you if you have this weather impact pay, but let's go back to the support article that was just announced from DoorDash. Here's what happens for you specifically as the Dasher. During bad weather, demand for delivery can dramatically outpace the number of available Dashers, right? Like, I look outside, let alone, like, no one's driving, let alone dashing delivery drivers. And I certainly don't encourage you to be out there driving or dashing on any gig platform. And we'll talk about kind of, vehicle capabilities and stuff like that here in a second. So we have this dramatic imbalance of available Dashers. That means customers end up with incredibly long wait times and canceled orders. Merchants end up with orders going bad and food wasted, and Dashers may not feel like their efforts are valued or worthwhile. If this imbalance becomes too severe, we can be forced to stop delivering altogether, as we saw in their example. In those situations where it's not a matter of safety, but a matter of balancing the marketplace, customers may see a weather impact fee that goes 100% to the dashers making deliveries in an impacted area. So if it's not a matter of safety, but again, more so just balancing the marketplace, because again, everyone's inside, but they have what, 5%? What's your guess there? 10% of dashers on the road, maybe less. We talking like 3%? Again, I'm not seeing many cars out there, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. When in effect, the fee helps make it more worthwhile for dashers to be on the road and helps keep delivery running when it's safe to do so. Customers see the fee in-app while they're ordering and can see additional information about the fee and what it's for before they ever place an order. They'll also see an additional reminder about the fee and its purpose at checkout, and dashers will see these earnings in their peak pay. So firstly, let me show you what the customer sees here, and then I want to show you what the dasher, what you would see. So, and again, this isn't necessarily only snow. This is severe weather in general. So what the customer sees, I took this earlier. I'm coming to you from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Hopefully you're getting value in this video. If you are, if you can drop a like, me bringing this to you, this weather impact pay. But we can see here, customers will see it says bad weather in your area, fewer stores, and longer delivery times. Added $2 fee may apply. 100% goes to dashers delivering in the impacted area. And again, as I said, I've been doing gig work since 2015, 10 years now, and in different marketplaces. One with very bad weather sometimes, Pittsburgh, and one with very nice weather, San Diego, California, where we did not have any snow like this. But going back to this. So $2 for the customer, and it goes directly to you, the dasher. But I have some questions though. Put your questions in the live chat or the comment section. And I'm curious, if you're watching live, I have a live poll going asking you if you have weather impact pay, subsequently peak pay. So what do you see? What do dashers see with weather impact pay? Now, this was this afternoon. I think a lot of us who are getting impacted by this winter storm here anticipated a lot of snow and subsequently bonus pay across not only DoorDash, but basically every gig platform. And that's what I do here at Large, looking at the gig economy, not just DoorDash. I would love to have you subscribe here. We see what? $7 extra per order, $8 extra per order. Can anyone beat that? $7, $8 extra per order. Can anyone beat that? Maybe let me know right now in the live chat. Go ahead, open up your Dasher app. What are we seeing? This is supposed to continue basically all day today, Sunday at the time of filming this. And I'm betting a lot of us are at home and not necessarily dashing. If you are, please be safe. That's number one. Now, if you go into your promos tab, this is how you find weather impact pay. Go into your promos tab. Is there any peak pay? You know how it says like scheduled, right? Like peak pay, peak pay is added from what? Now until 5 p.m., 1 until 4 p.m., 4 until 9 p.m., whatever. Tap on that. So go ahead and tap on that and it'll say this, your normal peak pay screen, right? But then at the bottom, look here, let's go back there. It says this peak pay is funded by a temporary weather impact fee applied to customer orders. 100% of this fee goes to dashers delivering in the affected areas. That is how you'll see if you have specifically weather impact pay. Go to promotions. If there's any peak pay, tap on that. You'll see the peak pay screen here. And then you'll see that kind of little paragraph there at the bottom here. So we see $9, we see $7.50. Easy, thanks for commenting in New York City. We have $10 over even more east in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So let me know where you're watching from. Now, shout outs to you. I say, we are a team here, one person in one marketplace. Like I've done this a lot. I've worked on, researched, driven on, delivered on, whatever, basically all of the major gig platforms. But really, we are a team. And, shout outs to the Dasher in Pittsburgh that sent this over to me earlier today. I asked you, what are you seeing? And here's some more examples of, what the marketplaces are seeing here. Walter says, hey, they're shutting down DoorDash in Oklahoma City. Exactly. So here we see areas of, Fox Chapel, northeast of Pittsburgh, plus $23 per active hour, plus $23 on earn by time. Look at that earn by, let me get out of the way there. $38.50 per active hour. And you know what? I'm in the middle of testing earn by time. I'm halfway through a 10-hour test. So again, make sure to subscribe. That video is coming very soon once the snow kind of goes away, at least a little bit here. Maybe this is the move to do earn by time, because remember, you're getting paid per active hour when you accept, when you decline or drop it off, deliver, I should say. So the entire time you're on the assignment, you're getting paid. In this case, $38.50 per active hour. Then you don't have to worry about rushing. Take as much time as you need, drive slowly and safely, and you're getting what? Plus $23 per active hour. Pretty incredible. Now, look at that middle screenshot here. Again, this is from the Fox Chapel area here in Pittsburgh. Again, more marketplaces shutting down. Mark, thanks for being here from North Carolina. Shutting down. Tony says 8 inches of snow. So when a marketplace shuts down, it says delivery is not available right now. You can still order with pickup, right? It's like, well, we don't want Dashers out there driving, but you can trek out there if you really want that burrito. And, shout outs to you if you are, in a service industry or for whatever, healthcare, or anyone that has to keep working right now, please be safe on the road. And then our right screenshot is the earn per offer, of course, respectively, plus $11.50 per order. Oh, we actually do have a tie. The Way says also $11.50 per order in Baltimore. So that's some pretty crazy examples here. Now, here's what I wanted to show you, just a close-up of what you're going to be looking for. So if you want to see if you have weather impact pay, go to promotions. If there's any peak pay, you actually have to tap on it, and then it explains if it's actually weather impact pay. It's all peak pay, but this is specifically weather impact pay. Okay, continuing, and again, this is directly from DoorDash's support page, linked down below. Number one, know your limits. And I will say, I read both of these support. I have two here. I have another one that I'm going to show you here shortly. So don't leave this video. This is one of the most important things that DoorDash could have said. Right here. This is one of the most important things they could have said. Everyone has different levels of comfort and experience driving in winter conditions, and the conditions are expected to change quickly throughout the weekend. If you feel uncomfortable or unsafe, stop dashing. There is nothing worth sacrificing your own safety over. And I like that kind of personal touch at the end there. It's like just straight up. It's like, listen, it's not worth it. I don't care how much the peak pay is. Again, when I first started in 2015, 2016 on Uber and Lyft, the bonus pay was absolutely insane. And, I was in Pittsburgh at the time. We got crazy weather, obviously. And I will echo this, if your car is not equipped, all right, let's be, if you're looking at your vehicle, I'm sorry. Look, I say this from a place of support and caring about you. I know the little Honda Civic, it's your little baby. It's got 130 horsepower. It's like 2 times as much as a lawnmower. It's not that strong, but you love the look. Let's be real here, okay? Now, conversely, hey, do what you're going to do, but please be safe. Conversely, if you have this souped up Tundra 4x4 all-wheel drive with the monster off-road tires, and they happen to be snow tires, or if you have that big, heavy SUV that'll help you get a little more traction, and you just invested in those nice hand-cooked snow tires, and you typically don't want to dash because of that, big vehicle, might be your time to shine. But I mean, honestly, it's up to you. I'm not telling you to get out there, even with a equipped vehicle. Let's move on. So more details specifically about this weather impact fee. Here's the support article. They have one about storm preparation, and they have one specifically for this weather impact fee. So let me get you more info on the weather impact fee. During certain weather events, you may see a peak pay promotion in your Dasher app. What I found interesting, it doesn't display any difference. It's just peak pay. The screenshots that I showed you on the home screen, earn by time and earn per offer, it's just peak pay. It's just where it comes from is different. Now it's temporary. It's funded by a temporary weather impact fee, and of course it goes 100% to you. I mean, doesn't any peak pay go 100% to you, right? Okay, that's fine. You see it in the promotions tab as I detailed. You still earn the regular base pay and 100% of tips. That obviously doesn't change. Okay, it's peak pay, right? It's just peak pay. That doesn't change. Why is there peak pay earnings during storms? Obviously, we pretty much know that it's the imbalance of supply and demand. Not a lot of restaurants are even open, but everyone's stuck at home, and there's not a lot of dashers out. I mean, kind of rightly so. Again, it's not a bad thing. Safety is number one. That's why there's peak pay during storms. How will customers know that the weather impact fee is active? Like I showed you prior, it's going to show up multiple places. I just showed you one. So it's on the homepage, as I showed you. On a stores page, hey, they're going to Mike's Burrito thing, a profile, and they tap on it on the app or the website. That's going to show there as well. And there are several points at the checkout journey as well, actually, as well as when the order is placed, and an additional reminder about the fee and its purpose at checkout as well. So they're telling the customer, okay, you're paying a little bit more for the weather fee. You're paying more. You're paying more. And frankly, that's kind of how it should be. And I'm hoping that this is the time when customers are going to, tip even more. Now, again, if you missed it, this is what it looks like on the customer's end. Bad weather in your area. This is from the home screen. Let's continue here, and thank you to Jose for the super sticker. I appreciate that. Appreciate you being here, Jose, and let me know if you have this in your marketplace. Is DoorDash incentivizing dashers to stay on the road in difficult conditions? I'm glad they addressed this, It's well, is DoorDash should they really even be doing this at all? Great, there's bonus pay, but aren't they incentivizing you to be out there when it's dangerous? They addressed it. They say, no, the weather impact fee only goes into effect when demand for delivery dramatically outpaces the number of available dashers, but conditions are still safe enough to be on the road. If conditions change and become too unsafe, we will not hesitate to activate our severe weather protocol. Okay. Where's the line of it's still safe enough to be on the road? I look at the roads and it's pretty nasty out. And like I visited DoorDash's home office in San Francisco, California. Very hilly. Okay, parts of San Francisco. Yeah, okay, very hilly. Combine just as hilly with ice and snow. Welcome to Pittsburgh. And imagine trying to traverse any of those roads. Now, of course, this is a massive company. They have teams, and obviously they can correspond with whatever outlets they need to correspond with to deem what is safe. So I'm not saying that they're wrong here, of course, but safety is always number one here. Should you dash? So let me ask you that. Should you dash on weather impact pay? I want to discuss that with you. I want to take your questions. I want to get your, responses about, should you dash with this? At what point does what? Plus $11 per offer, plus $15 per active hour. When is it tip the scale of you know what? I might get out there versus I know my vehicle is not equipped versus well, I really need the money right now, So I'll tell you this. The first things first. If your vehicle is not equipped, you're done. Okay. If your vehicle is not equipped, you're done. No, you're not gonna dash if your vehicle is not equipped. It's not the 4-wheel drive. You don't have snow tires, or you don't have experience driving in the winter weather or any weather. This can pertain to several different weather events. No, you're done. I don't care. I don't care how much you need the money. I don't care about the bonus pay. I don't care how high it gets, record-breaking pay. I have a Passat. I have a 2015 Passat. I'm sure, I'm pretty sure it's a 2-wheel drive. It's not all-wheel drive. I have brand new all-season tires that are pretty good all seasons, but still, no. I would need an SUV, ideally a heavier one, with winter tires to feel a little bit more confident out there. Now I have winter tires on the Passats. I figured, hey, we're in late January. We only got a month or so left. I should be good. I didn't put those winter tires on. That's fine. I'm not going to go out there in this, right? Frankly, even if I had the winter tires on the Passat, it's still not a 4-wheel, all-wheel drive vehicle. So I might still not even get out there. Some snow, maybe even medium snow, sure. But heavy winter storm event, for me, that Passat is still a no. So think about that. If my vehicle is not equipped and it's not equipped for this kind of severe weather, I don't care about the bonus pay. I don't care how high it gets. I don't care how much you need the money. Just wait 24 to 48 hours and then get out there as the roads are 50% better. They're not perfect, but then you can take the vehicle out there. The person that should dash is basically just the inverse of all that. If you got the vehicle, if you got the experience, I don't care about your money situation. Your safety situation surmounts all of that. So that's what I would say about if you should dash. So let me show you a little bit more here about the screens that I'm seeing, not just on DoorDash though. Remember, look, this was DoorDash this afternoon. $7 per order. That's like getting double pay, right? That's like double pay, $7 per order. Cause I want you to average $7 per offer, $1.75 plus paid up per mile, and $20 to $25 plus per hour. To help you track some of this stuff and compare different gig apps, we have our new iOS app for gig workers, ShiftMate. We have a free version, and actually you can try Premium for free, which is going to give you those graded, deeper insights for any marketplace, rural, suburban, or metro, to show you exactly where the metrics are telling you what needs improved and what's working. That can be found on the Apple App Store. Just head to shiftmateapp.com. Look, it's not just DoorDash though. Oh, what about this? We talked about money. Dude, you don't understand, man. You don't understand. Rideshare is paying $16 extra. This is from the same time this afternoon. I could check it right now even. We'll check it in the Q&A after this. I just want to get you the info first. Dude, $16 extra per ride. Like, well, wait a minute. What if they're just going across the bridge? What if they're just like, look, what if they're just going right over there, 2 miles away? I'll get an extra $16. Well, then I would say, okay, yeah. What if they're going 1.2 miles for $30, $20? But then what if you hit the smallest little downhill and you can't stop? Then what? What happens if you just slowly slide into a pole or something, or into the median? Well, that $20 for that offer just turned into a $300+ repair, and days out from being able to drive, and maybe probably another expense to tow the thing to the dealership or the garage. I'm like, oh, yeah, you're right. That could definitely happen. And again, Pittsburgh, it is very hilly, So I know these roads, and still, any kind of uphill that's untreated, no, Passat's not making it. Any downhill that's not treated, I'm probably sliding a little bit. Now look at Grubhub. Look at what Grubhub was doing. If you want to watch a video where I tested Grubhub, only Grubhub, check out the video. I'll leave that link down below. You can check it out here. Thank you for XMLDX for the super chat as well. Thank you for the advice and the tips. I appreciate that. But look at what Grubhub was doing. They said, okay, here's a mission, which is AKA a quest, AKA a challenge. They all call it different stuff. This is a grouped bonus, which means, okay, you complete, am I reading that correctly? Yes. So you complete X amount of deliveries, and then you get a bonus. Look at this. So they said, I'm looking at the top here, earn an extra $36. It says, or more, by completing 6 offers without skipping more than 3. I don't like how they phrase that. That's how they've always done it. Well, you can accept 6 without, declining 3. It's similar to Walmart Spark. Spark will say, okay, we'll give you an extra $2 per offer, but it has to be from store, 1, 2, 3, 4 from 9 a.m. until 11 a.m. Excludes whatever, shopping or something. It's too specific. DoorDash does it much cleaner and simpler. Uber, it's very simple in some other apps. It's not the worst. It's just something you'd have to be aware of while you're driving. Anyway, $36 for 6 orders. That's $6 extra per delivery. There's another one that says $36. There's another one below that. I'm looking the third one down now. Just flat out earn an extra $6 or more by completing 1 delivery. There's one that says, now we're 4 down, earn an extra $42 as the massive cat vehicle goes by plowing. See, they're doing what they can. $42 by completing 6 deliveries. So that's $7 extra. But still, no. So let me take your questions right now. Would you dash during severe weather? Let me know. I'm going to hear your response in the live chat. If you missed the Q&A, consider joining as a channel member by clicking the join button down below so you get access to all of those question and answer sessions. And answer this question down below.